Financial minimalism is all about simplifying your life and your finances so that you can have more time and more money to spend on the things that are important to you. So these are some simple ways that you can start making a difference today. Have less goals, or for some of us, just have any goals. This was something that was kind of life-changing for me. Before, I either had a million goals going on, so I wouldn't really make progress on any of them, or especially in my financial life, I would have no goals and I just wouldn't have any incentive to save money or start investing. So taking some time and sitting down and writing out what your goals are in life. I specifically like to have about 3-month goals because that's not so long that you can push it off down the road, but it's not so short that it's overwhelming. And when you have just 1 or 2 goals going on that you can focus all of your energy into, whether that's getting out of debt, starting investing, saving money, it can make that goal way more attainable when you're putting all of your energy into just one thing. Simplify your accounts. Now this is a few different things. There's bank accounts that sometimes we have different ones that we go through. I know I occasionally sign up for one to get the bonus. So I have been known to do that from time to time just to get some free money. But the problem is then you have a bunch of different accounts and it's hard to keep track of your finances, and that can just make things stressful if you're not exactly sure where all your money is and how much you even have or don't have. So if you already got your bonuses or you just don't need multiple accounts, try consolidating them all into one account so it makes keeping track of things a lot more simple and you don't need a bunch of different apps on your phone. You can also do this with retirement accounts if you had a previous job that had a 401k, or you have a couple different places where you have money invested. Sometimes it can be more simple to just move it all into one place. Take a little bit of time and consolidate it into 1 or 2 places so that you don't have to try to keep track of a million different things. Simplify your taxes. Now, if you're anything like me, taxes can seem daunting, they can seem stressful, but honestly, they don't have to be. Which leads great into the sponsor of this video, TurboTax Live Self-Employed. So personally, my taxes have gotten a little bit more complicated as I've become self-employed. I have different investments going on. And for everybody, it's gonna be a little bit different how simple or complex your taxes are. But luckily, TurboTax and specifically TurboTax Live can make that a lot more simple. Let me explain. TurboTax Live has live experts just on hand to answer any questions that you have. They can just do your taxes for you, and you can have a dedicated tax expert handle everything start to finish with TurboTax Live full service. That way you don't have to stress about it. Simple is key. They also search over 350 different tax deductions to make sure that you get the most money back that you possibly can. And make sure that when you do get that bigger refund, you're using it for something important. Like save it up for an emergency fund or invest. Don't just blow it on something that you don't need. Now, TurboTax is super simple to use. You can just take a picture of your 1099 using the TurboTax app and it'll verify your data. And you can just sit back while your information securely uploads all into the right tax forms for you so you don't have to fill them out. If you guys want to get started with TurboTax Live Self-Employed, you can use the link down in the description. And thank you again to TurboTax for sponsoring this portion of this video. Cut down your paper clutter. Paper clutter is one of those things that is so hard to deal with, and especially with finances. If you don't go in and change things to paperless, you can start getting tons of stuff every single month, especially if you have a bunch of accounts going on, you got all this paper clutter coming in. So a simple thing to do is to go through and set everything to paperless so that you don't have to worry about it. You can also go through all your financial documents that you might have and scan those and put them somewhere secure so that you don't have to have a ton of paperwork all over your house. It just simplifies things a lot. Use an app. There are a bunch of different apps out there that are super useful to put all of your finances in one place. You can hook up your bank accounts and credit cards. That way everything is taken care of for you and you can see exactly where all your money is going. You can see how much you have coming in, how much is going out, where's it going. It makes budgeting super simple if you're like me. I'm just like not into numbers. Like I can't do that. Like I can't do the Excel spreadsheets and all that type of stuff. So if it's taken care of for me, it makes things so much easier and it's right on your phone. It puts everything all in one place. It's just a great free way to simplify your finances. By the way, if you're enjoying this video and getting some value, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Build an emergency fund. Emergency funds give you so much freedom, which makes everything in your finances and really like your whole life a lot more simple. If you have like 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved up, that means if you get a flat tire or something goes wrong with your car, you lose your job or you're out of work for a week, those don't ruin your life. And you don't have to get into debt because of those. This can take a long time to save up, but the peace of mind is totally worth it. Avoid debt. As much freedom as an emergency fund gives you, debt, it takes that freedom away from you. Now there is a big difference between good debt and bad debt, but especially any type of consumer debt, stuff that's costing you money, stuff that's 27% like a credit card debt, that is what you need to get rid of. The freedom and peace of mind that comes from being debt-free is amazing. Now for some people that might mean paying off their mortgage, but for me, because the interest rates are so low right now, I prefer to invest money rather than pay off that type of debt. Any type of high interest consumer debt absolutely has to go. Simplify your investing. Investing can be scary or it can be pretty simple. It really just comes down to what you decide to do. And I pretty much always choose simple. Especially over the last couple of years, it's become really popular to trade individual stocks. A lot of times we have no idea what we're doing. It's happening because you see something on the news or you get a tweet, thanks Elon, and it can change the entire market. Honestly, it doesn't have to be that complicated. Switching your investing to a low-cost index fund save you money, and then you don't have to worry about the market going up and down. It's all about time in the market, not trying to time the market. If one company goes up a huge amount and another goes down, it doesn't really affect you as long as the overall market continues to go up, which it has been over the past 100 years. So take some stress away, stop checking your stocks every few minutes, and just invest long-term. Just keep it simple, stupid. If you got some value out of this video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe.